Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter at you. Figure I want to show you guys some footage here. So apparently these metal plates have shifted over here, and Boston Police just put these cones out here. So this is something that happens on a regular basis now. Now this is documentation for the city of Boston to see that these plates are not being put down properly. You know, they're putting asphalt down, but these have to be spiked in. These things should be spiked in. Now I don't know if you can see it over here. See that big old space there? That's about a foot wide space. And this happens more often than not. They're not fixing these streets the right way. We're being neglected in our own community here, and this is going to cause an accident. Look at that, because this guy almost ran into the cones there. I don't know, he was in a rush going somewhere, but this is what's happening on a regular basis now. You got these guys so quick to get out of here. They're not even welding them. Before they were welding the plates down. They're not even welding them no more. They're just leaving them and going. That's what they're doing. So this is what we got. You know, it's a big old gaping hole over there. You can see how much this plate actually moved. If you look at where the plate was to how much it moved, this plate was lined up with that plate, like almost directly on top of it. Apparently it shifted over so much that it moved the asphalt over there, and now you have this big old gaping hole there. Now this, before the plates on that side were shifting and moving, then you had the plates over there shifting and moving. So now we got this here, which is even more of a disaster. So I'm gonna call 311 while we got you guys on recording and see what 311 has to say about this. Let me get on the sidewalk so I'm not in the street, and just record this as cars go by. This is gonna cause a traffic jam, car accident, and all of the above. Let's see if we can get 311 on the phone and find out what's going on. You know, like, I know they got a call in already, but I'm giving them a second call just to see what their status is on this, and see if we can get some feedback from the mayor.
Thank you for calling Boston 311, the city's 24-hour constituent call center. Please hold, and your call will be answered momentarily. Boston 311, how may I help you?
Yes, I'm calling in regards of the intersection of Dudley and Warren. Do you have that on your charts?
Dudley and Warren, is this a shifting thing, plate?
Yeah, the construction plate that has moved about 12 inches.
Yeah, I sent that over to Public Works already.
Okay, so this apparently this is an ongoing issue. So who's overseeing this project? Do you know?
So the person who called in said they didn't know who it was. So I just unknown. The Public Works, what they're gonna do is when they head out there, they're gonna investigate it.
Yeah, well, I think there's somebody here now, but I think the question is who's overseeing this. That's what I want to know.
Over there now.
Well, I think one of the Boston Public Works tracks just pulled up.
Yeah.
But the question is who.
Over to them. Maybe you can ask them, because I don't know.
All right, so you know what? I want somebody to contact me tomorrow and tell me what they're going to do about this issue. So can you have somebody call Nez Porter tomorrow at 617-999? No, I want them to call me. No. I want them to give me a call. Well, I want somebody to call me tomorrow. I'm leaving a message. I'm putting it as a complaint, so I need somebody to call me tomorrow and find out what's going on. No, what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, baby. I understand what you're saying. I want someone to give me a call back tomorrow. You understand? Well, I would like to. I want you to put that call in that they're gonna call me back. Okay?
All right, sir.
All right. All right. If they don't call me back, I want to know why.
I don't know why. That's why you call them.
All right. Oh, I put it back that I put it down that the city of Boston refused to address a serious issue in the city of Boston. All right. Thank you for your. No, no. What I'm trying to tell you, listen to what I'm telling you. This is an ongoing issue that has been going on for quite a while. That's why I want to speak to somebody in charge to rectify this problem before somebody gets hurt. You understand? But since you don't want to take the message and take the call, I will call tomorrow and say you refuse to take my complaint. Thank you very much. These guys are just wait 1 second, all right? So here you have it. The city of Boston, the woman on the phone refused to take my complaint. So she will not take the call. And this is an ongoing issue here. And I'm gonna call the news media about this and then see what they have to say about it. Because now we have an issue. And I have to call OSHA too, because this is an OSHA violation. These things are not even. Now you guys are not in charge of this, right? You guys are Public Works, right? You're Public Works, right?
No, I work for them.
So the problem here, I'm like a community advocate.
No, I spoke with you before.
Yeah, we talked before. So now we know what we got to do now. We got to get these things spiked. Not today. Next time they come out here, somebody's got to spike these down. It's not your fault, but whoever's overseeing this project is supposed to make sure it's being done the right way. Now, this is not the first time this happened. It happened over there, it happened over here, and it happened here. And I understand you guys are only doing what you can do. It's not your fault, but the overseers over this is supposed to make sure it's done the proper way. And I called City Hall just now. They refused to take my complaint, so I'm gonna give them all kind of help tomorrow. Trust me, I'm gonna give them all kind of help tomorrow. I'm calling Fox 25. I'm calling Channel 7. Calling them all. If they don't address this issue right now, and Marty Walsh doesn't get off his fat ass and get down here, it's gonna be a serious problem. Trust me. I'm gonna make it a bigger problem because somebody could have fell in there. So somebody definitely could have fell in there. And it's like I said, I know how this works. They're supposed to be spiked down, welded, all that good stuff. And the overseers, the guys who planned this project, should have planned it a lot better. And we got too many so-called politicians in office that should be doing their job, and they're not doing it. And you know, like they're going to shift again because of the rattle. Like the cars won't do it, but the buses and trucks will.
It's the buses.
The bus is definitely going to move that thing. And like I said, your hands are kind of tied because they can make you guys do a job that they didn't properly plan out. Trust me, they didn't plan this out at all. They butchered that over there with the electrical wires and all other stuff they had messed up over there. So it is what it is. And sorry you had to come out here. Good thing you're close by, but still,
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean. Well, I remember we talked over there before. Every once in a while you see me come out and record.
Right.
This one I had to come out because I'm like, you know, this thing's dropping, falling. Called 311 multiple times. The girl was kind of rude on the phone, like, well, they don't call you back. I'm like, well, I'm a concerned citizen. I'm putting in a legitimate complaint. You're going to tell me you're not going to call back? So that means they don't want to hear what I have to say, basically. So that's
City Hall.
City Hall, yeah. So they create this 311 thing for no reason at all that doesn't do anything. So what's the purpose of having 311 if you don't solve any problems? I mean, I got so many freaking work orders in my email that I can see all the ones that are still open. The only one they closed is the one in Fenway. There was a street sign that didn't say no left turn. All the cars are going up a one-way street until they fix the freaking sign.
Oh, the wrong way?
Yeah, wrong way sign, yeah. It's crazy. And this you know, yeah, I know this is going to go on for a while. This is not an easy job. No, I think what's happening when they hit the brakes, when they hit the say somebody stops, they're skidding the plates. That's what they're doing. It's not.
Or it's when the buses fly over.
Yeah.
Fast.
The buses definitely would do it in those overweight trucks, like dump trucks and trash trucks. They definitely will do it. And it's like, at this point, like, what can you really do? You know, because I know tomorrow you guys got to get up, move it out the way again, slide it down another 50 feet, and put it back again. It's a pain in the ass. Trust me. Be careful walking on there. I don't know why.
She's out of her mind.
I don't know why she's walking on there like that. That's not a good thing to do.
She was like almost jumping in the hallway.
Really? That's those people like that. You really can't talk to them. So let them do what they're doing. As long as she doesn't get hit, but she's probably emotionally depressed or something. I feel sorry for her, but it's like you go touch her, she starts screaming, and I wouldn't even worry about it. Like as long as she doesn't get hit, yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, she's got to be really careful with that. Like, ma'am, you might want to get off the street. Only looking out for your own safety. Just be careful.
You know what? Gospel. When the gospel blow the fuck up, you know what it looks like? You see?
I'm not too sure what's going on there. We'll let her do her own thing, you know. But I noticed since the COVID virus, there's a lot of emotionally depressed people out there. Man, be careful. Be very. Oh, I'm not even gonna say nothing no more. She's gonna get hit. Ma'am, get off the street, please. You're gonna hurt yourself. That's. I don't. Yeah, it could be worse than that. It might be something else too. Who knows? That's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna call City Hall and ask them, you know, what's their take on it. Like, I spoke to the gentleman in transportation. I think he's one of the header-ups guy. He was more in charge of the planning though. He wasn't so much in charge of the actual construction, because that was planned by another development. But, you know, it's just tough, you know what I mean? Like, they know they got to dig a trench, and it's a long trench. It's not an easy trench to dig. It's going up that way, and I think it's going that way, too, to be honest with you. So it's going like 3 different directions, and how do you plan something like that? It's crazy. And the other thing that they fill all the other police details everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere in the city of Boston, but this one. They filled the one over here by Huntington Ave with the trolley train tracks being done over. Yeah. And they had 4 police officers up the whole stretch of Huntington Ave, literally on top of doing nothing, just sitting there watching cones as cars just went around the cones and looped back around again. I'm talking about they literally stood there where here you need somebody to actually physically direct the traffic. And that's the thing about it, they don't want to work. So it's not like they can't fill the details. It's particular details they want to fill, and that's the thing that I don't like.
They want the dead end street.
Yeah, they want the side streets that no one goes down, which is, I don't know. It is what it is. So we gotta get on Marty Walsh's backside. We definitely gonna get on Marty Walsh's backside on this one. He's endangering a lot of people's lives by not overseeing this. This becomes an OSHA issue as well. So anybody who's watching this video, this is your own documentation of what goes on in the city. Now, I've been talking about this construction for a while. Yeah, those buses are pretty heavy. They're not, well, they're heavy enough. Those buses are almost, how much are those buses? Probably like 2.5 tons, maybe 3 tons, somewhere around there. They're not heavy, but they have a lot of capacity on there. Well, Yeah, I'm gonna say 2.5 to 3 tons. That's probably so. This is something. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up.
Head over to 30 Woodford Street, 3rd floor. It's a family trouble. Saying the call saying that the parents actually disregard the wrong call. Stand by. Sorry about that.
There's always something going on in the city. Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Oh, I thought you said you were up the scooter. Okay, disregard. Sorry about that. You both can head over to 30 Woodford Street, Unit 3, 3rd floor. It's the family trouble. Call and say the parents are getting physical with her.
Yeah, it's a city that never sleeps. This is like the nether Big Apple. Sooner or later, this is gonna be like New York. And what they're doing, they're cramming everything into such a small city, and you only could go like so wide, but yet now you have to go high. So now that it's gonna be a bigger. It's already been a thickly settled area. Now it's gonna be even more thickly settled area. So the population is gonna almost be doubled inside a small, dense area, which is not good.
Within a short amount
Yeah,
of time.
exactly. And I think they're growing too fast for themselves. To be honest with you, like.
Well, Marty Walsh wants 70,000 residential units
Yeah, that's not feasible though.
within like 2 years.
That's not really feasible. You know, he's got a lot of stuff going on. Like he needs to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. Like, I don't know. Hopefully he does it, or he's not gonna do the right thing. He hasn't done the right thing, and he probably won't do it now. Yeah, what I do is I chase a lot of calls. I chase like some fire calls, ambulance calls, police calls. So if it's out there, I just go chase and see what's out there. You know, a little bit of everything. You know, it's never the same thing. It's always something different.
I'm gonna throw some cones on it just to slow them down.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing here is like. And this gentleman here, I talked to him a few times before. He's a pretty cool dude, so it's not his fault. It's the fact that the city of Boston is not planning and doing the right thing. You know, this whole area wasn't playing out properly when they did the construction. And I spoke to some people down in City Hall, and they told me they're aware of it, but their hands are kind of tied because it's coming from like, well, you got to go up to the mayor. It's all at the mayor's office down part. That's where it's at. It's better than nothing, you know. Actually, the construction zone speed limit is supposed to be only like 20 miles an hour anyway, or less. But these people don't follow those kind of rules and regulations. People don't know it, but when we go through a construction zone, speed limit is like 15 miles an hour or less.
Right.
It's like even on the move over law, they say move over, go down 20 miles an hour. So some of them are just zipping through it like crazy anyway, and that's what causes a lot of that. Because if you went over it with normal, regular speed,
You'd be fine.
you shouldn't be causing that problem. Like, there's no way.
It's like the bus sees the light turn yellow. And the guy
They
guns
fly
it,
right through there.
And he hammers it. And he hits the plates.
Yeah.
He's so heavy.
It happens. It does happen. Here we go. They got two separate calls at the same time. Yeah, that's the thing is, that span is so wide too. That's the other part. Because if the opening wasn't that big, it wouldn't be so bad. But the opening is like,
8 feet.
yeah, what can you do? It is what it is. You can't make it any shorter because you need that space to drop what you got to drop in there. support the walls and drop your pipes down and everything. So it's, trust me, construction work is not easy work.
There's 2 plates. One plate this side, one plate the other side. Those are on top.
Goes on top of that, yeah. So it's, I mean, like,
Give me a steel beam.
there's not too much you can do because, you know, if it was like a permanent thing, you can always frame it up and everything, but it's something you got to constantly keep moving back and forward. So it's, yeah, it's not something, it's not that easy.
No, 454. I'll go up there. I'll handle it. Anything happens, I'll
Drop it down to 1 lane. It should be.
Yeah, hopefully that should solve the problem. And you got nobody acting crazy. Like, I don't know what that. She went up somewhere. I don't know where the hell she went.
Where'd she go?
She went that way, but I don't know where the hell she went. But I know, like, I've seen a lot of people like that. And I don't know if it's stress related due to the coronavirus, because a lot of people have different effects by that. Like, some people just act out of the ordinary, just doing. So you just gotta try to just do the best you can. Stay away from people. You see people act like, they say misery likes company. So some people just do miserable stuff for no reason. You're like, you
Earlier
get.
today, she was like jumping underneath. You know,
Really?
set the bars and everything up. She was jumping underneath, like walking.
Oh,
right
really?
To the edge of the hole.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's not
She
good.
was even more whacked up earlier.
Yeah, that, like, you know what? The funny thing you said that, I do property management, and one of my tenants that live in that building, something to do with Medicaid covering their medicine. There's something about Medicaid wasn't covering a certain proportion of their medicine. So if Medicaid is not covering that portion of the medicine, they don't get their medicine. Now they're going 3-4 months without their medicine, and they're just doing out of the ordinary things.
Yeah,
So it's I don't know how it works, but I got to do some more research on it. But I heard that story in one of the offices that I was talking today. They were saying, yeah, so-and-so wasn't taking the medication. The reason why is because Medicare cut back on how much the portion that they pay. So if the person can't pay the other portion of it, or not willing to pay the other portion of it, now they're stuck not using the medication. Now they go into a relapse or whatever they call it, and now it's even worse. It's crazy. And that's the other issue, that the cause and effect. So there's cause and there's an effect, and that's crazy.
I got a couple of guys starting in like 2 hours and having checked this week.
Oh, okay. You know, I'd be in the bed, but I was looping around. Heard on the scan. I think Boston police called it in on the radio. They probably called you guys. Yeah, and I heard it on the scan, and I said, I was not too far from it. I said, let me just loop around and see what's going on. Because I seen them move before. It's not the first time they happened. But it's like, what the hell? Like, the one over there, I know you remember that one. We're going back about last month.
That was the Gary.
Yeah, they were doing that one, and they came out at one point and they welded them together because, you ever see those big dump trucks, the roll-off trucks? So they were going by there. Some of them are overweight, and you see the whole thing bowing down and coming back up again. I'm like, wow, what the hell's going on here? Like, I'm thinking the whole thing's gonna fall into the friggin' hole. The buses are not that heavy, but those heavy dump trucks, they were actually bowing it in, and I'm like, that's crazy. But now it's not that bad. That's actually pretty good right now.
Back out here at 5 tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm John, by the way.
Nez, I see you all the time. We talked over there. I think we talked over here too.
Yeah.
And I even credit one of your guys. I think it was one of your guys, young kid. He was actually directing traffic one day because it was so backed up, and he's like trying to pull the traffic through. And I'm like, well, where the frig is the detail at? Like, trust me, I even called over there, and they're like, that's not a priority. I'm like, wait, how is that not a priority?
They stopped prioritizing details.
But I guarantee you, you go to that construction on Huntington Ave over there, they got details over there. So it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just advised the PF's off. Small fire in the basement's been extinguished by the fire department from someone smoking with a cigarette.
Alright, Charlie.
Alright, I'm gonna run.
All right, take care. Have a good one. I'll see you around. Be safe out there. All right, I'm getting ready to head up out of here. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more footage, and then I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. So he put it back. I'm gonna call 311, and I don't should I even deal with 311 again? But no, they should have a complaint. So let me call and see if they have my complaint in. Because I want to have a number I can reference to this complaint.
Thank you for calling the 311 Constituent Call Center. Please hold, and your call will be answered momentarily.
Yes, so this is Mr. Porter calling, and I want to put my complaint in and have a number so I can do a follow-up on it. So the complaint is Dudley and Warren, where the construction work is being done, and it's not properly being supervised by the city of Boston. So can you put that complaint in and email me the complaint number and have someone get back to me?
Yeah, what's the kind of work that's going on down there?
Well,
Work or is it building?
okay, so it's an ongoing construction project that's been going on for the last year or so. And apparently during the day...
Building work?
No, it's not building work, sorry about that. It's actually groundwork. It's like they're laying pipes and they're laying, what you call it, conduit and electrical wires underground. And this project's probably going to go on for the next couple of years at least. And my concern is...
Okay, and what was your email?
my email is Nezer, it's NEZER 42@hotmail.com. And I want to know, like, what are they going to do as far as oversight to make sure these accidents like this don't happen. So basically when the cars ride over these metal plates, it's not so much the cars but the buses and trucks. The plates are moving and they're leaving big holes in the ground where not only pedestrian but cars could fall inside.
Okay, what was your name?
My name is Nezer, it's Nezer, last name Porter, Porter.
Okay, and you said the intersection was Dewitt, and then what was the other street?
Well, it's Dudley and Warren. So if you come to the intersection of Dudley and Warren, that's where all the construction's going on, right there.
Okay, so those steel plates are moving.
Right, like, well, they're not spiked down, so that's one of the reasons. And the other reason is it's such a large area they're trying to cover. It's kind of hard to cover that area. It's like almost like a 20-foot by, well, the plates are like 20 foot by 8 feet, but the hole's probably like 8 feet wide. And it's like, I know it's a constant thing to have to keep moving the plates every day, but it has to be like a better way to secure those plates from moving.
Okay, so I can go ahead and send that forward to Public Works so they can figure out what they can do to make that site safer.
Okay, thank you. And can you email the case number to my
Yep.
email? Thank you.
Yep, that's why I confirmed that earlier.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a nice evening.
All right, have a good night. Bye. All right, so I'm out of here. Nez Porter signing out on this one. Until next time, guys, I'm going to do a lot more of these videos as I see them necessary. So tune in. I'm going to start getting a little more deeper into some of this stuff with the corruption of the city of Boston and all that good stuff too. So stay tuned.